Hello everyone. Today we are going to see the exceptions in invoked functions and rethrowing an exception in exception handling. Learning outcome: at the end of this session, students will be able to explain the concept of exceptions in invoked functions and rethrowing an exception. Now first of all, we see the concept of exceptions in invoked functions. Basically, we know that a large program is usually divided into n number of functions. So, there may be a possibility that the invoke function may generate an exceptional condition. So, after generating an exception condition in the function, we cannot ignore that exception. So, after generating an exception in the function, that exception are thrown by the function that are invoked from within the try block. So, the point at which the throw is executed is called as the throw point. After throwing an exception to the catch block, the control cannot return back to the throw point. So, here in the diagram we can see that here we use the throw point, try block and catch block. So, in the try block what happens, it invokes the function that contains an exception. So, after that the control is passed to the throw point. So, after invoking the function, the control is passed to the throw point. So, here the throw point, first of all, it function that causes an exception. So, it throws that exception, and after throwing that exception, the control is passed to the catch block. So, here the catch block catches that exception and then handles that exception. So, after throwing an exception, the control cannot return back to the throw point. Now, next we will see the syntax of writing the exceptions in the invoke function. So, first of all we specify the type, then we specify the function name, and in bracket we specify the argument list. So, this is the function with the exception. After that we open the curly brackets. Now, here we use the throw keyword, throw, and here we specify the object. So, this throws the exception. Now, in that function we use the try catch block for throwing the exception and for catching the exception. So, here we specify the try keyword. After that we open the curly brackets, and in the try block we invoke the function. So, for invoking the function, here we specify the function name, and after that here we specify open close bracket because it invokes the function. After invoking the function, we close the try block. Now, for handling the exception, we use the catch block. So, here we specify the keyword catch, and in bracket we specify the type, and then here we specify argument. So, here the catch block catches the exception, and now next here we open curly brackets, and then in that block we specify the code for handling that exception, and then we close the catch block, and then we close the function. Now, this is the syntax of writing the exceptions in invoke functions. Now, next we will see the program of how function generating an exception on code block. So, here first of all we include the one header file, #include iostream. Now, next we define the function divide. The return type of the divide function is void. It takes the two parameter of type integer a and b. Now, here in the divide function, here we performing the division operation. So, here we check if b equal to 0, if the second denominator is the 0 value, then we throw the exception, throw b, otherwise we perform the division operation. So, in the else part we perform the division operation. So, for that purpose, here we declare one variable result of type float for storing the result of the division operation. So, here we perform the division operation a divided by b, and then we specify the result on the screen by using the cout result equal to, and that result value is stored in the result variable. So, then here we close the else block, and here next we close the divide block. Now, here in the main function we declare the two variables of type integer num1 and num2. Now, on the screen we display the message enter the two numbers, and next we take the value from the user, and that value is stored in the variable num1 and num2. Now, here we use the try block for invoking the function. In the try block, here the name of the function is divide, and here we pass the two parameter to the divide function, and that value is stored in the variable num1 and num2. So, here we specify num1 comma num2, and next means what? Here they invokes the function divide. After that we close the try block. Now, next for handling that exception we use the catch keyword. Catch, here the exception that is thrown from here, it is of type integer because it is the B is of type integer. So for handling that type of exception, here we declare the type integer and the variable is n, and in the cout we display the message divide by 0 exception. Then we close the catch block and then we close the main function. So this is the program for handling the exception in the invoke function. Now we compile this file. Now we run this file. So here on the screen they display the message enter the two numbers. So first of all we given the first number is the 4 and the second number is 2. So they perform the division operation and it shows the message on the screen result equal to 2. Again once again I will run this program. Here first number I will give the 4 and the second number I will give the 0. So here the divide by 0 exception occurs. So on the screen it shows the message divide by 0 exception. So this is the program of exceptions in invoke function. Now next we will see the rethrowing an exception. The exception handler in the catch block may decide to rethrow the exception that is caught without processing it. So in such situation we may simply invoke the throw keyword without any argument. So to rethrow an exception, the syntax is just we have to write down the word throw. So the throw here it rethrowing an exception. So after writing the throw, it causes the current exception to be thrown to the next enclosing try catch block, and then it is caught by the catch statement that are listed after the enclosing try block and which catches that exception and handles it in the specified manner. So for rethrowing an exception, we just specify the word throw. So here what happens, this only rethrowing an exception without processing that exception. Now next we will see the example of the rethrowing an exception on the code block. So here first of all we include the header file #include iostream. Here we define the function divide. The return type of the function is void. It takes the two parameter of type double. The values are x and y. Now next in the divide function, first of all we given the message inside the function on the screen. Next here we use the try block. In the try block we use the if statement. If y equal to 0.0, then we throw the exception y, means what, here we throw the exception of type double. Otherwise we perform the division operation, else in the else part we perform the division operation, division x divided by y, and next we close this try block. In the catch block here we handle that exception. So in the if you observe in the try block, the y is of type double. So for storing the value of that y, so here we use the type double, and in the catch block we given the message caught double inside the function. Now here we use the we rethrow the exception. So here just we simply write down the keyword throw. So this throw without parameter indicates that here we rethrowing an exception, and after that the bracket of the catch block is closed. Now next here we display one simple message on the screen, end of the function, and then here the function will be end. Now in the main function what we do, here on the screen first of all we given the message inside main. Next in the try block here we have to invoke the function divide. So in the try block here we invoke the function divide two times. First of all divide, here we pass the values 10.5 and 2.0 to the function divide, and the second call of the divide function here we pass the value 20.0 and 0.0, and these two statement we put in the try block. So this is these two are the invoking the function of the invoking the function divide. Now next we close the try block. So for handling the exception here we use the catch, and here the type is of double. So here we specify the double, and in the catch block we specify the function caught a double inside the main, and then we close the catch block, and after that here we specify the one message on the screen, end of the function end of the main, and then we close the main function. So here we see the how it executes. First of all, first main function will be executed. It shows the message on the screen inside main. Then the try block is executed. In the try block here we invoke the function divide, and here we pass the value 10.5 and 2.0 to the divide function. So here the control is passed to the divide function. So here the values are stored in the x and y. So here in the try block we check y equal to 0.0, the value is not 0, the y value is not a 0, then here the condition becomes false, then here the else part is executed and here we perform the division. That value is stored in the x and y. Now next divide function will be executed, divide 20.0 and 0.0. Then here the control is passed to the divide function. So here the x value is 20.0 and y value is 0.0. Now here first of all again the message will be shown on the screen inside function. Again in the try block we check y equal to 0.0, yes, the condition becomes true. Here we throw the exception of type double, throw y, because here the y value is 0. So for handling that exception, the control is passed to the catch block and it shows the message caught double inside the function. Now after that we use the rethrowing exception. Here we rethrow the exception, throw. Then the control is passed to the next enclosing try catch block. So here the next catch block is this in the main function. So it handles that exception and it shows the message on the screen caught the double inside main function, and after that it shows the message on the screen end of the main function. So in this way we use the rethrowing an exception by using the keyword throw without any argument. Now we compile this file, we run this file. So first of all it shows the message inside main, then next it shows the message inside function. So here first it performs the division operation, it shows the answer 5.25 and next it shows the message end of the function. Now when we invoke the second function, divide function, so first of all it shows the message inside function. Now here first it shows the message caught double inside function. Now after rethrowing an exception, then the control is, it shows the message caught double inside main, and last it shows the message end of the function. So in this way we can rethrow the exception. After seeing the concept, can you tell me once an exception is thrown to the catch block, the control cannot return to the throw point. Whether this statement is true or false, pause the video and think about it. The statement is true. Once an exception is thrown to the catch block, the control cannot return back to the throw point. These are the references. Thank you.